All right, let's get into this real quick. Took a trade today. It was a loss, unfortunately. Literally just got wicked out like perfectly. Somehow that moved a little bit, but it was literally like that. Like got wicked out by a tiny, tiny bit. Kind of unfortunate. Definitely could have had like generational wealth today. I mean, look at the sell off. At least I was right though. Taking out all these low resistance draws on liquidity. I had the last one I wanted was all the way down here. Um, but we also have this as well down there. That would for sure be the last one that I wanted. Um, but yeah, like look at this. Perfect potential to take all that out. Um, and that's kind of what I was after today. And honestly just didn't capitalize when I knew I needed to, which is kind of unfortunate. So today, um, was bearish. I noticed pre-market we started to kind of see a change in trend, Um, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what I was seeing. We consolidated on ES a lot during London session. We weren't necessarily getting like a sweep or anything, but what I was noticing was just we got right above these highs and now we're starting to reverse, you know what I mean? So I consider that some type of sweep, you know what I mean? And yeah, and so then we were kind of monitoring the 5 minute time frame, end up creating this. Well, at the time there was a bullish SMT that was trying to form. It would have been from I can't remember if it was I think it was from these lows there to these low. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, it was that, and then to these up here. So bullish SMT, and then maybe people were trying to long it up to these highs or something. Um, and we got this big displacement candle breaking structure on the 5 minute. Um, but yeah, so that wasn't really what I wanted though. And so I was honestly just patient, waiting, sitting on my hands. And so then I was monitoring um this this 15-minute fair value gap. I wanted to see what we did off it. Same with this one. I wanted to see if we would inverse it. And then as well as this 5 minute that formed on the top of ES here. If we were to want to inverse this would potentially make me want to go long. So I just wanted to really wait patiently because that's not what I did yesterday, and that cooked me. It was literally a gap that cooked me. Like I just needed to wait 3 to 4 more minutes, um, just to see how it played off that gap. And honestly, same instance as yesterday. And so it filled it, and then we saw power out, and then this created a bearish SMT. And what I've noticed when we have bearish SMTs or, as an SMT anyway, like anytime there is an SMT and it's near like where a sweep is, we usually like to dump um in the opposite direction or towards the direction of the SMT. So yeah, and so we wanted the trade on NAS. And so after that, I wanted to see some sort of retracement up, maybe filling this gap. Ended up not getting that, which is kind of unfortunate. So that's kind of why my entry was so delayed. But I should have trusted myself because we broke structure and then inverse the 15-minute. And then I should have monitored this 1 minute fair value gap and we pushed into it and power out. And if I would have either waited for this bearish candle to close or even just wait for a break of structure like right here, could have entered there and had a way better entry and would have been able to take a partial probably at this one of my areas of um partial, you know what I mean? And so and then break even at that point, and break even would have been somewhere right around here, probably this line just about, and I would have been fine and it still would have dumped and we would have had a banger trade. But unfortunately, I didn't, and I had to wait. So then after that, I was waiting either I want to see us retrace higher into this gap again or whatever the case is. But then I was like, yeah, if we break, I need to enter. Like, this is ridiculous. And so I entered like I was trying to enter right here. And then I thought I did, but then my limit didn't place or whatever. So I wasn't in. And then I was like kind of freaking out. So I had to, like, I was trying to find a way to enter. And so then I finally got into the market. But, it was like mad late, so I kind of had a crappy entry, which is really sucky. Which didn't help me because if I would have been able to get up here, then my stop would have been a little bit higher, and this trade would have hit no matter what. But that's fine. It's just stuff to learn from. I'm still learning the platform and everything because I used to only trade on my live account. And I didn't even have to use this. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure out the limit and or like the buy stop and the limit and all this jazz. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of that, and so yeah, we literally just kind of that's what I was monitoring was those gaps, and then we pushed out of this, and that just gave me more confidence. Plus the SMT, more faith in the bearish bias, and I just wanted to see us flood through all this low resistance liquidity, bro. Like that's literally just what I wanted to see. That crap is beautiful. So yeah, and that's literally what we did. Um, and it's kind of unfortunate that this happened. I would have loved to make some of the losses back that I had this week, but it is all right. Crap happens. And yeah, and so then we just kind of chopped around and finally stopped me out. And then right as we do that, crap the bed. But yeah, so it's just stuff to learn from. You know what I mean? Like I just got to be really confident in my setup, and I knew I was right today, and I just I didn't enter off of this 1 minute fill and power out, like beautiful price action there, like I gotta execute on that, you know what I mean? So that's really the air for today. And then also just I just need to learn the platform more and figure out what the heck because if I was trying to enter literally here and I got delayed this much, like that's a good amount of space, like that is a pretty significant amount of space. So that's unfortunate. Um, but yeah, and that's what happened. Like I literally would have been targeting down here, potentially even down here as well, but probably not that much. But yeah, and just imagine if I got the entry up here. You know what I mean? Like that would have been even more crazy. But um, yeah, like this could have been a freaking insane trade. You know what I mean? So yeah, but that's not the point. Like shoulda, coulda, woulda, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what happened. And, I literally just got wicked out perfectly. So that's fine. But it's unfortunate, but that's part of trading, So just a few things that I need to work on. But I was right about price action. I predicted it with a high probability. I minimized my loss. I didn't lose that much. Like I was fine with what I lost. I'm not over risking. I'm not over leveraging. I'm sticking to my rules, So it's just a more of a experience thing. I need to just get more comfortable and I'm really happy with this, and it's all good. It's all part of the process. So yeah, that's what happened for today. Beautiful, beautiful price action. This is ideally great movement. You know what I mean? Didn't get the retrace in equilibrium like I would want, um, but that is a-okay because we had multiple other confluences and we got a good solid 5 minute retrace up as well, um, including into a 1 minute gap and push out. So yeah, that's ideal right there. But yeah, so that's kind of what happened for today. And yeah, anyways, I'll see y'all tomorrow for CPI news data. We'll see what happens with it.